You know what is happening, and I think we have said it many times in this show, is that there is a lot of talking in this government as opposed to action. And look at the Gen Zs. You remember when the CS Treasury was presenting his budget proposals in the parliament, what did he do? He said, I request all of you to stand up for 1 minute as a show of respect for those who lost their lives last year during the Gen Z demonstrations. And there was nothing to compensate them. Being the finance minister, you should have said, let's observe 1 minute. But in addition, I have made a proposal in this budget of this March to compensate the families. That will have been a complete statement, which makes sense to Kenyans. But just saying, observe a minute, and looking at what they are doing with the money, picking it from where Honorable Pogisi has left it, the issue of the economic empowerment. You know, anytime you sit down there watching television and you see our neighbor, DB Kidiki, saying, Raisi, ametuma milioni 3, imepeana yangu bili, then with all the members of parliament, MCs, because they will have dished some money to them to give also, you are likely to raise about 7 million. And that's the money now they say, this economic empowerment. But what follows immediately? Immediately they do that. There's a long queue of women, men, and young men, each 250 shillings, 250 shillings. And the rest, they go with the money. So you ask yourself, is it economic empowerment for the leaders or for the needy Kenyans? And even despite that, the last time I checked, economic empowerment had a different meaning. It's not what we are seeing. We are seeing leaders dishing out handouts. And they even brag about it. This is our money. It's our money. We are free to give it to Kenyans. But the question is, I'm a member of parliament, and I've been there for long now. I can tell you for sure I cannot afford to be giving every weekend 100,000 out of my income. So that money must be coming from what we are seeing here. And we ask that question when we are discussing the budget. The combined allocation for the office of the president and the deputy president, recurrent expenditure, is 11 billion. Could this be the money which is being used for that purpose? But also at the same time, NIS budget has been increasing. This year alone is 51 billion. And you know, generally by design, that is termed as a confidential vote. So could this man be finding itself also to some of these areas? So we are saying really, if we are serious about economic empowerment, can we come up with programs and projects which are sustainable? And I think we are not short of people who can help them develop proper economic empowerment programs so that we do things which can help this country into the future. But look at the president. When he was campaigning, he promised Kenyans that there would be no extrajudicial killing. Are we seeing it? He promised that when I become the president, I will not be borrowing. Are we borrowing? So a number of the things he promised, very few have been achieved. And that's what we are saying. Is it a situation where you talk and do things differently? And if that is the case, then matters of accountability, matters of integrity, matters of good governance, are we aligned to them? And the answer is no. And that's why we are saying, President Ruto has no business asking the opposition what is the agenda. Agenda number 1 is to remove him out of office so that we can have now the space to plan for this country properly.
All right.
Because so long as he's there, you can't implement another agenda.
Okay.
So he has no reason of being worried. He just needs to know that everybody now, and I think it shouldn't be the agenda of the opposition. I think it should be the agenda of Kenyans.
Okay.
To get him out of office so that we can plan for this country.
Speaking of the president and that statement about the opposition, it is a subject